What's up everyone, it's Senti here and welcome to another FPL video on my channel. This is my GW23 team selection. So I'm going to talk about how I'm going to set my team up for GW23, the transfers that I will be making heading into the game week, and also how I got on in GW22. So if you enjoy this type of content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button on this video. It helps a lot. Now, looking at how I did in GW22, I have a total of 76 points. Surprisingly, I'm on a red arrow. It's not a bad red arrow because I was in 400 something K heading into the game week. I'm now on 500K, which is not so bad, but I think the managers that actually triple captained Rashford and got that extra 20 points, it made a difference that I actually dropped with my rank just a bit. But I think there's more room to improve. We can always do better. There's more fixtures to come, so we can always do better. But looking at my overall team, 3 points from Ramsdale, 2 points from Trippier, 6 points from Luke Shaw and a single point from Walker. That's in defense. In midfield, Mitoma with another 11 points. I think Mitoma is one of the players that has been returning for me every week since I brought him in. He's someone that I think you should be looking at if you don't have in your team, but obviously he blanks in game week 25, so there's something that you have to consider before you make that transfer. A single point from De Bruyne. Rashford, who was the captain, 40 points. A single point from Martinelli and up front. 8 points from Harry Kane, 2 points from Haaland, another difficult game for him, and a single point from Ivan Toney. So that's somehow what happened with my team in game 22. Now, heading into game 23, I have 2 transfers, and when I'm making those transfers, something that I have to actually consider is the fact that Arsenal and Man City have a double game 23, where Arsenal play at home against Brentford and then Manchester City, and Manchester City play at home against Aston Villa, and then they play away at Arsenal. So that's something that we need to look at when making transfers. Do we want to bring in more Arsenal assets because of the double game week, or bring in more Manchester City players? Now, for me, I'm looking at the fixtures and I think I'm not ready to bring in more Arsenal assets in my team. They play Aston Villa in game week 24. And then they double again in game week 25 against Leicester and Everton. I think for me, I'm willing to bring in more Arsenal assets in the next double game week and not this one. I think this one has got a bit of tricky fixtures, but let's see how we're going to maneuver this double game week. Now, the transfers that I was looking to do was to downgrade De Bruyne, bring in Mahrez, and then upgrade Amaron or Martinelli to Saka or Odegaard. That's something that I was thinking coming into the gaming. But then up to this point, I think downgrading De Bruyne to another Manchester City asset doesn't really sound like a smart thing to do for me. It looks like a waste of a transfer because I've got 2 transfers and I need to be a bit careful because there's a black game week 25 and then a double game week also. I think I need to be careful with the transfers that I make. Up to this point, the only transfer that I'm looking to do is to transfer out Dan Bruyne and bring in Max Kilman from Wolves. Now, I've got double Newcastle defense. I've got Trippier and Dan Bruyne. Since Newcastle blank in game week 25, I think I'm ready to transfer out one of them, and obviously Trippier stays in the team. Dan Bruyne is the one that I'm looking to transfer out and bringing in Kilman because Wolves play Southampton this game week and then they play Bournemouth in the next game week. And in 25, they double against Fulham and Liverpool, and then they play Spurs. It's not really an easy double game in 25, but I think against Southampton and Bournemouth, I expect them to do better and maybe keep some clean sheets on the way. And if they do, if I've got a player like Kilman who's not really high owned, I think it will help me with my rank because obviously having players that are highly owned and then they get points, it doesn't really make a difference. I'm trying to go differential just a bit to try and edge out the points that I'm losing from the managers that are on top of me. So that's something that I'm looking to do. So if I make that transfer, this is how my team should look for game week 23. In goal, Ramsdale, who has a double game week against Brentford and Man City. And in defense, I play Trippier, Kyle Walker, and Kilman. Obviously, I've got Luke Shaw in my team who plays away at Leeds. The Manchester United played Leeds. They conceded 2 goals. I think it was a good match, but Man United always look like conceding on a given day, and playing away at Leeds, I think, is another difficult fixture. Chances are I might actually keep Luke Shaw on my bench or maybe play him, but as things stand, I think I'll go with Trippier, Kyle Walker and Kilman. In midfield, I will play Mitoma, who plays against Crystal Palace, De Bruyne, who scored a double against Aston Villa and Arsenal, Martinelli, who scored a double fixture against Brentford and Manchester City, and Rashford, who plays away at Leeds. And up front, I'm going to go with Ivan Toney, who plays away at Arsenal, Holland, who's got a double against Aston Villa and Arsenal, and Harry Kane, who plays away at Leicester. So on my bench, Amaron away at Bournemouth, Luke Shaw away at Leeds, and Nico Williams. So that's roughly where I am with my thoughts for my team selection for a Game Week 23. Looking at the captain options for Game Week 23, obviously for my team, Haaland is the one that's edging the captaincy. I think I'm going to sit the captaincy on him. It's been a few difficult game weeks for him. He plays Aston Villa at home and then Arsenal. Those are fixtures that are not really easy, but I still expect Man City to do better. And if they do, Haaland is the one that could actually get more points from that Man City side. So I'm definitely going to stick my captaincy on him. I'm not really sure whether I play my triple captainship this game week or not. I still have time to think about that, but my captaincy is going to be on Haaland. The other captain option in my team is Marcus Rashford, plays away at Leeds. He's been in very good form. He scored against Leeds this game week as well. So I think Rashford is the one that you could go for if you wanted to go as a differential in the captaincy. Harry Kane is another one that I could consider. He plays away at Leicester. It doesn't really look good for Harry Kane, but he actually returns every now and then. So he's someone that is not so shiny, but he actually does get some good points. So Harry Kane is someone that I could consider for captaincy. And finally, Bukayo Saka plays at home against Brentford and Manchester City. Obviously not easy fixtures, but when Saka is in form on his given day, he can actually play very well and get good returns against any team. So Saka is another one that most managers are looking to try and captain for Game Week 23 as a differential. But for me, definitely captaining Haaland for Game Week 23. Let me know in the comments what you think about my transfer and how my team is set up for Game Week 23 and what you're looking to do with your teams heading into the game week. So that's it for this video. If you found the video helpful in any way, don't forget to smash the like, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.